Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. Last episode, I started mastering Materia. I have completed that today, but we're not going to worry about that this episode. That'll be next episode. This episode, we're going to talk about source farming. Source farming is a great way to power up your characters, and you might be wondering, what are sources? Well, throughout this Let's Play, we've had luck sources, power sources, speed sources, and they all raise various stats. And if you look at Sid, I've already gone through and I've already maxed out pretty much Sid's stats and Red 13 stats. For some reason, I can't get his strength up to 255, his dexterity I can only get up to 254, and his vitality only to 253. So Cloud, on the other hand, he has some stat boost because I've been using the sources I found all game long on him, and I've had excess ones when Red 13 or Sid have been maxed out. So, you might be wondering, well, how do you get these sources? And there's a real easy way. We're going to do it kind of the cheap way, which I guess technically is the easy way, is using the W item glitch. So the only things, materia-wise, that you really need are you need Yuffie with the Morph Materia, and you need another character with W item, and you don't want counterattack on anyone. And these aren't the guys I want, so I will be back once I found the enemies that I want. Okay, there's the enemy I'm looking for. This is Screamer. And part of the trick of doing this is you need to encounter the enemy in pairs. And I will explain that coming up. And the way that Morph works is when you have Yuffie and you have her Conformer weapon, she does 100% of the damage with Morph. Normally Morph, you do 1/6 of your normal damage. However, with Yuffie having the Conformer, she can just go ahead and morph him, and one hit should be enough for this guy. So you morph the Screamer, and it changes into a power source. Now you might be saying, hey, we have W item, let's just go to the power source. All the way at the bottom, because I believe let's see, power source. Okay, so here's the power source, and it's not an item that we can use in battle, so the W item glitch doesn't work for that. There is a way around that, which I'll show you next. So first things first, I'm just going to change this other guy into a power source, then I'm going to use the power sources. And that's a key, when you're going for this W item source farming trick, you cannot have the source in your inventory. So we'll just go to item, power source, we'll use them on Cloud. So the way this works is we're going to have to kind of trick the game's AI. So you can see that I have a custom arrangement here. I have one Silka screen, and that's key. You need one seemingly useless item at the top of your inventory. You need a non-single item underneath it, which in this case is a bird wing, and that's going to allow you to set up the trick, because we're going to use the Silka screen in battle. And because there's an open spot there, it's going to put the power source, or the source that we're going to farm, into that top spot. And then when you try to do the W item trick, it won't, because there's no Silka screens, it'll mine the source instead. And like I said, this will all become very clear once I've done it. So now I'm just going to run around, and I just want to find a Screamer. And yes, this is in Mount Nibel. This is the Nibelheim reactor. You do have to run all the way here, but it's worth it. So we'll just run around until we find a Screamer. Okay, and here we are. Here are the Screamers. I'm just going to eliminate the, whatever this dude is, the Twin Brain, with his annoying stare-down attack. And like I said, you want to encounter these guys in pairs, because there's creatures elsewhere in the world where you can get a power source from. However, the annoying thing is, you can only farm a couple before the ending battle sequence takes over. So that's kind of annoying. So what you want to do is you want to have Yuffie and Cloud ready to go. So I'm going to have Yuffie morph, and then I have Cloud use W item and use the Silka screen. So there's an open spot right there. So we changed them into a power source, so you can see the power source in the inventory right there. Select the bird wing, cancel. select cancel. All we are doing is the W item glitch, and you can see that the source is growing. So real quick, I'm not going to make you sit through me mining all 99 of them. I'm just going slow so I don't screw up. So I'll be back once the battle's over and I will have 99 power sources. So remember how I said I'd be back when I had 99 power sources? Yeah, I screwed up. If you hit the cancel button twice, it stops the sequence. So I have 44 power sources, so I'm just going to use them all really quickly on Cloud. And then we'll take a look at Cloud's stats. So real quick, we're just going to go over to here, status. So Cloud right now is 177 strength, so one more Screamer and I'll be able to get his stats boosted. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to force you guys to sit through it because I got 5 more sources that I'm going to show you. One thing that you want to do though is you want to go back to your items, you want to customize it, and put, once again, a single usable item in battle at the top of the screen. If you don't do that, this will not work, so always remember, single usable item, and if you want to know what you can use ink, which you can steal from, what's that enemy's name? It's from the Bad Rap in the Sunken Gelnika, where we'll go after the next source, the farm. You can use greens. Greens will work in battle. Nuts will not, so don't worry about buying nuts. And that's pretty much what I do. I'm going to stock up on greens after I get my next source before we go on. So real quickly, I'm just going to be done maxing Cloud Strength, and I'll meet you guys at the next area, which is near the town of Meadle. Okay, so here's the destroyed town of Meadle. You want to fly right over to here, and then you'll get off on your Chocobo, and then get off the Chocobo here and run around, and you want to encounter Spirals, who will give you guard sources, which will increase your vitality, which makes you better able to take less damage, basically, from physical attacks. And you might be saying, hey, is it necessary to do this? No, it's not. Cloud is actually very strong. I think after 20 power sources, I maxed out his attack at 255. So you don't really have to do it. Let's say you didn't level your characters up to 99 because you weren't concerned with mastering materia. You know, you don't have... then this would be beneficial. I'm just doing it just to show you. I could easily beat the game without doing this. I just want to show it to you guys. And like I said, I've already maxed out Red 13 and Sid. Cloud's the last one to be maxed out. So now we're going to run around here in the dirt patch until we encounter Spirals. Okay, here are Spirals. Once again, you want to encounter them in a group of 2 or 3. Sometimes they do appear in 3. So we're going to get Yuffie ready to morph, and we're going to have Cloud with the W item skill. So we'll morph, we'll use W item, we'll use a green, and we'll be ready to go. So once the spiral gets changed into a guard source, now it's just doing the W item trick. Now, what I will do is I will show you basically Cloud's stats after this, once I get all the guard sources that I need, and I'll show you what to focus on. Power sources, guard sources, and speed sources are the 3 that I would definitely do if you don't want to do all 6, so I'll be back once I have all the guard sources I need. So as we take a look at Cloud, we can see that he has 255 vitality, and 255 defense, and magic defense. Now, if you look at the bottom screen, that's where you see attack, defense, magic defense. You don't have to, like I said, you don't have to max their stats out to 255. All you have to do is make sure that attack is as high as you want, and defense is as high as you want it. So, that's all for the outside area. The next 4 sources that we're going to get are going to be on the Sunken Gelnika. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get enough greens, I'm going to get 1 green of each type, and then we're going to head there, and you definitely want to save beforehand because Emerald Weapon is still floating around out there ready for us. Okay, here we are in the Sunken Gelnika. I want to call it Gelinka. And there's 4 sources that you can get here. 2 of them are very easy, 2 of them are difficult and are going to require special preparations, but we'll get into that when it's pertinent. So right now we just want to run around in here. And there's 2 enemies that you can encounter here. The first one we're going to encounter is the Bad Rap. Now I actually want to try if Sid has it. Oh, I forgot to put Mug on Sid. No worries. So you're going to use Sid to kill the 2 extra Bad Raps, because there's 4 total, so you just want 2. So wait for his turn to come around again. We'll attack him. And just so they don't hit us, we can use Frog Song on the remaining Bad Raps. Well, we'll use it on the 1. So we're going to have Yuffie try to morph this Bad Rap. Every once in a while she will get a critical hit, but she shouldn't have enough strength to take it out in one shot. Hopefully she doesn't morph it. Okay, good. So now what we're going to do is now we're going to have her morph again, and we'll be set up with Cloud to use the W item glitch. So her turn's back around, we'll use Morph. We'll go to Cloud. We'll use the Gishel Green. She's going to morph him into a Luxorce. And once again, we're going to start the W item glitch. Now, if you haven't seen my previous video, what the W item glitch is it consists of using an item in battle. This is a variant of it. So normally you would use an item in battle, you would select it, select who you want to use it on, then you would select another item and cancel that order, and what it does is it increases the first item by a multiple of 1. So that's why I was able to max out elixirs and mega elixirs. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish mining this guy for luck sources, and I'll be back once I'm done with that. Okay, so Cloud right now has 40 luck. So luck is by far the skill that you have to bump the most. And I don't really know what luck actually does, but I am going to get Cloud up to 255 luck because I said I would. So we're just going to use all these luck sources on Cloud. I think luck has to do with like critical hits, which you may get more critical hits. But Cloud has 255 attacks, so I don't know if that really matters. But it might also have something to do with getting preemptive strikes and whatnot. So once again, I want to customize and put a... let's use the Silcus Green. So we're going to put the Silcus Green up top because we need more luck sources. Let's see here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a materia on Sid. I'm going to give him one of my mastered steel materias so that he can mug an ink from a Bad Rap, just because it's another usable item. So now I'm going to run around. I'm not going to show any battles with... Well, I was going to say I wasn't going to show any battles with Bad Raps, but this is the other enemy I need. This is a Poodler. So we'll have Sid use Frog Song on the 1. And this guy, we can get speed sources, which will boost your dexterity, which does boost your speed. So once again, Yuffie's probably not going to kill him in one blow. So we'll have her use Morph. And of course she did. Like I said, sometimes Yuffie will get a critical hit, and she will change the enemy into into the source. And unfortunately, when that happens, you don't have enough time to do the W item glitch. However, if you do the W item glitch too soon, well, you lose your item. So real quick, I'm just going to end this battle, and I'll be back once I've encountered another Poodler. Okay, here we are. Take 2 of the Poodlers. So real quick, I'm going to have Sid mug the Bad Rap. He will kill it. Hopefully I can get a ink from it. Nope, no ink. It's a very low steal percentage. So now I'm going to be prepared in case Yuffie kills the Poodler. Like I said, sometimes that just happens. And also, you really want to be careful because you need to use the speed source in your inventory if that happens. If you have any sources in your inventory, this trick will not work. So we'll have Morph, we'll have Cloud ready depending on the damage. So there we go. So change into a speed source, and once again, we're just going to do the W item trick. So that's luck sources and speed sources here in the Sunken Galnica. It's very hard to get the next two sources. So I'm just going to spend some time maxing out my speed and luck, and I'll be back once that's done, and we can start the two complicated source farming methods. Well, it's not the method that's it's the enemy, and I'll explain that once we're done. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. So there's one thing I want to make you make sure that you understand. So you can see Cloud's luck is maxed out at 255. So if I go up here, and I go to use a luck source, it'll still let me use the luck source on him. So it's not going to automatically stop you from using the source once you have maxed out a character's stats. So make sure that you're going into status and checking how much they have. So now that that's done, now we get the two fun sources to farm. And the issue with these is these are monsters, enemies that we encounter only solo. So we don't have the time just to, hit X and circle, X and circle. What we can do is we can set up our characters in such a way to kind of prolong the time before the end of battle music and animation start. So real quickly, we're going to go into Yuffie's Materia. And we're going to give her a materia I haven't used except for this purpose. It's the HP-MP swap. I really have way too much materia. Okay, so instantly, her health is 999. And yeah, we'll keep MP plus and we'll keep that. And her HP, or her MP is 8500. So what we're going to do is we're going to let her die, and she has final attack morph. So when she dies, she's going to perform the morph command. She has another final attack with revive. Another final attack revive, and another final attack revive. And that should give us enough time to get maybe like 60 sources per attempt. So we're going to show you how that works. Oh, the one other thing I want to do is I want to take her ribbon off. So we're just going to take that off, and yeah, that's fine. So we're going to head. As I was saying, we're going to head into this room and just run around in here because the two enemies that I want to encounter are in this room. One of them is rare, so hopefully we'll get him soon. Okay, here is one of the enemies I want to encounter. It's not one of the rare enemies. This is Poison Fang. So he'll wind up killing Yuffie. What you want to do first, though, is you want to use level 4 Suicide on him. And then it's just waiting. Just waiting for him to kill Yuffie with one of his attacks and have W item ready to go. Sometimes it takes him forever to hit Yuffie, so this is probably the one enemy. It wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to maybe kill Sid off. So we're just going to wait for him to hit Yuffie. And of course, he's probably going to hit everyone but Yuffie right now, because I'm trying to show this on video. If he hits Yuffie right off the start... Okay, so he hit Yuffie. So I'm going to use the Tansel Green. And now, real quick. Ooh, so that was a bit. I don't know, I'm probably going to edit out me slamming on the keyboard. What I did is I had to use X and C on the keyboard since I'm playing the Steam version to maximize the sources, because without that setup, there's no way basically to get enough sources. So let's see here, Cloud, let's see, his spirit, because, his magic is 213. So he needs 42 magic sources. So we'll just use 42 minus 88 is 46. So we'll take it on down to 46. And once again, as you can see, his magic is maxed out. So all I have left is Spirit, and that's the rare enemy I have to encounter. So I'm just going to use the rest of those sources, and I'll be back once I've encountered a Spirit. Or the enemy that has the Spirit sources, I should say. The Mind sources. Alright, here is the enemy I'm looking for. This is Serpent, our old buddy from the Battle Square. What you're going to do is you're going to have Yuffie use level 4 Suicide on him. It should trigger him to use Aqualung, and then it's going to be time for source farming. So we'll use that. We'll get this ready. Going to get ready to mash on the keyboard, because he should use Aqualung. Okay, come on, counter with Aqualung. There we go. This will kill Yuffie. So sometimes he doesn't actually use Aqualung, and it's kind of annoying. So she's going to morph him into a Mind Source. So there we go. 67 Mind Sources was all I actually needed for Cloud. So we'll just go ahead. And so we need 20 left, so we'll just use the Mind Sources real quick. I'm definitely going to go in and I'm going to mute my audio during the slamming of the keyboard, but it's very loud. Like I said, the keyboard is really the best way to get the maximum amount of sources with those one enemy encounters. So I have 20 left. Let's see here. Go to status, Cloud. So Cloud Spirit got maxed out at 250 because once again, here, I'll use 5 more and just show you. Oh, I guess I miscalculated. So his strength is actually the only thing that got maxed out at 254. Sid, like I said, his strength was maxed out, his vitality was maxed out, and I actually tried to use additional sources to get them up. So, not a big deal. That's it for source farming. It might seem a little complicated, but once you do it once, it's really not that bad. I would definitely do power to get your attack up to 255. I would definitely do vitality, which is the guard source, to get your defense up to 255. And then I would probably do the speed sources to raise your dexterity, because it does increase your speed in battle a little bit without using big guard. That's just if you really don't want to do all 6 sources, that's what I would recommend. So that's going to be it for this episode. Like I said, it was just a real quick thing on source farming. I've mastered all the materia I need to master, so the next time you see me, I will be in the northern cave, and we will continue on with the story from there. And guys, believe it or not, we only have 3, maybe 4 episodes left. So we're almost done with the game. I just have the American weapons and then taking on Sephiroth. So, as always guys, thanks for watching, smash that thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.